Hi, I'm closing all my apps. Are you all the apps open kind of girl? All of my apps are always open. Hi, howdy, howdy. I thought I'd come on. I was feeling a little bit flat and I could hear the football was starting in there. And I thought, I wonder what everybody's up to. Now I'm going to go through each of these ladies and I'm going to try and picture myself at that stage and how I would be feeling. So when I was Susie, I would already be drunk. I would be already drunk now. I might have planned something to do tomorrow. That probably wouldn't happen. When I was Ollie, I was observing. Probably I would have been reading. I would have been reading books about other people who had stopped drinking and thinking, oh, is that possible for me? One of the books, I think I started with that oh, what's her name? She's a big influencer on Instagram. Um no, I want to say Brittany. She started running. Her name will come to us in a minute. She started running. And she's always in her underwear. She's quite a big boobs. Big boob girl. And she had about 3 books about running. And I started reading hers. Hi Paddy, how are you doing? How are you? I'm pleased I've caught you. I don't know if you might not know this girl, but anyway, there was 3 books I read about her, and she had stopped drinking, and it was all some of the things she was sharing about how bad it got for her. Um, I could justify, well, I haven't ever been that bad. That's not happened to me. My brain at that stage was still looking for a reason to keep going, still looking for something to tell me that I wasn't quite bad enough. And then once I became bold like Bessie, I think I met Sally, is it Whitaker? Sarah Louise Johnson follows her as well, and she had stopped drinking. She was on 1 year no beer, and she'd stopped drinking. She had properties, and she'd lost all of her properties. She had gone bankrupt, and oh, everything was so bad. And I can remember thinking, oh, gosh, that scared me. And then she stopped drinking and changed everything. She was a fitness instructor anyway, and it just changed her business. She opened a membership, and I joined that for a little while. And I know it is often that sometimes somebody will influence you, and it might be that I influence you and you go off and you follow someone else. Like, you don't have to stay with the one person. Does that make sense? Because Sally influenced me, but her main focus wasn't about alcohol. It was more about she didn't want to go down that route, and I think she's now changing and she's going to change that. But I just find that once you find someone to follow, if you like, it's like a new idea, isn't it? You follow somebody and you think, oh, right, okay, they've got property, they're going grey, they're at the same stage in my life that I'm at. And you might find that you're getting from that, or something might change in their life. Like my coach, she went through a divorce, and there was times where I found it difficult to follow her because I was like, I don't know, I wasn't on the same page. And that's normal, I think, in this sort of world, if that makes sense. So I followed Sally for a while. And then I was on 1 year no beer. And there's loads of different people on there at different stages in their journey. But I always felt a little bit like the guys who started that. I bought their book and I bought into their concept. But once I was in their community, I didn't see them. I never saw them. And I remember feeling like, well, I came for them. I want to know them. I want more from that. So I remembered that whilst I was building this. But of course, I didn't want it all to just be about me. I wanted to share with you the stages that I was going through. So when I was bold and I decided, and I didn't want it all to be about me as in my situation, because I recognise that everybody's got a different reason for drinking, a different reason for quitting. And that made me think like Slimming World. So I wanted it to be where you could sit beside someone or be on the group with someone who really wanted to stop, like stop completely. And maybe you're at the stage of Ollie where you're just not sure and you're just still on the fence. I didn't want to have the door closed unless you had committed, which I feel like that is with AA. You have to kind of commit it, do you not? Where with this, you get the opportunity. Like, nobody here is Susie because you're already observing. You're already here. You're already open to the idea that alcohol might be holding you back from the life that you want. Do you know? And of course, like Louise is saying there, it's about making friends with other people who are on the same journey, with other people who see it how you see it, because often where friends will say, you know, the answer's a bottle of wine, we've been giving each other birthday cards suggesting that the whole time. Now, when you become bold like Bessie, your friends are maybe going to say, well, why? Why are you doing this? And you might want somewhere to come to bounce your situation off, to say, people don't understand me. Am I going crazy? Like, one minute I do want to drink, and the next minute I don't, depending on who I'm talking to. Like, you've got this like to and fro in your mind where it's a good idea to leave it alone this weekend, and then the next minute all you want is a drink. And of course, if you turn to your friends, they're going to say, well, stop being hard on yourself. Or even your partner, the people who are closest to you can sometimes not understand how you feel about this. And only you know why you want it. It's about thinking, what is the vision of that future that you would really like? What is it that you want your life to look like? And is alcohol helping you get there? Or is it holding you back? Is it standing in the way of your success? And whatever that looks like to you, like everyone's version of success is different. And becoming like Elsie, and you're engaging in sober life, and you're meeting different people, and you're saying yes to all these other possibilities. Like, I went to art classes, I went rock climbing, yoga, like that upside down yoga where you spin around, and things that I just dismissed before. I went canoeing with my kids, and like stuff that other people did. All of a sudden, because I had the time and the energy and the motivation, like I was a different version of myself already. Because when I was drinking, I would just say, I'm not doing that. Why would I want to do that? Like, I had dismissed it before I even got there. Like the negativity and the just, like, now when I look back, I can see it. But at the time, I didn't see it like that. And it is about doing different things and finding people to do them with. And it's coming, I can feel it coming, that we're ready for retreats. We're ready to say, right, who's coming camping, where we're going. I know a lot of people in the group have got their motorhomes. Like, you know, we're all going to have this connection. And you don't have to be completely teetotal for to buy into this. Maybe you're drinking because you're bored, because you don't have them connections. You know, and the only way for you to socialise is for to join in with the rest of the gang. And maybe you want to try life a different way, but you just don't know how, and you don't know, like, or maybe you're already convinced and you're on this path already, and you're finding yourself with more energy, and you're looking for, well, what can I do with this? Could I change my business? Could I relocate? You know, I've met some amazing people since I started sharing this journey. People who've got dreams of their own that they didn't even think they had given up on them. I remember Sharon, I met her when I was going to do buy-to-let workshops for my property businesses. And she came into my life, we met for lunch, and she was explaining that her dream was to move to France. And her and her husband separated, and she just thought, well, that's my dream over. And guess where she's living now? In France. Because she was then thinking, well, why do I have to give up on that? Why can't I just go ahead with the dreams that I wanted? Anyway, why do I need him? Is to be part of that. And it's empowering when you meet people like that. And when I came to Wales to renovate this house, and the idea came to me to move here, Sharon was the first person I phoned, because I knew her outlook on life would be just do it. And you know them times when you just want that permission from somebody, and you know the wrong people to ring, and then you have a list of the right people to ring, the people who are going to say, do it. Yes, you can. You deserve it. and it's your dream. Like sometimes it's easier to share your dreams with complete strangers than it is with people who you're closest to. That's normal. That's perfectly normal. Come and share your dreams with me. I've had 2 wonderful calls today. One with a client who's already signed up, and one with a lady whose group I'm going to go in. She's invited me. Now I have my book. Come on, let's get the book out. Who saw my mother-in-law reading the book on the photograph? She has her own copy without this flash across. She was really reading it as well, you know. And my father-in-law's read it. He paid quite a lot of attention to it. I was very impressed with that. Because eventually, you know, you have to change the subject. Every now and then. But yes, so the book, it's all in here. The whole concept, Susie's case study, Ollie's case study, they've all got a backstory. They've all got a different reason for drinking, a different reason for quitting, and you're going to find something in common with them. You're going to find different things that you think, oh my goodness, yes, that's me. Some of them want to cut down a lot. Some of them want to cut down totally forever. And then they're all at a different stage. And it's a case of thinking, where am I at? And it might change every day. It could be that you feel really bold one day and the next day oh no, hang on, I'm not sure about this. Or there might be a day where you wake up and you're just raring to go and you're thinking, right, come on, I'm dying for people to ask us, are you having a drink? So I can say no. Because it changes. It's like that. It's like this ocean coming in and out like waves. Like some days you feel really convinced about it and other days you're not so sure. But the principles in the book are going to help you identify when it's coming up and how it's shown up in your life. And they're going to give you real practical tools to get you from one stage to the next. Right? And it's a no-fail process because even if you get this far and you have a drink, you're never going to go right back to here. You go back a little bit. You wake up the next day and you say, right, what happened? Did I regret it? Should I not have done it? How did it work out? Did it matter? Is it the end of the world? Can I pick myself up? If I don't want that to happen again, what was it that I didn't believe? How could I have prepared differently? And then slowly as you look back over time, you're not in a position here on a Friday night where you're thinking, what? No wine? What do you mean no wine? You're just here and you think, well, I can take it or leave it. I don't mind. It doesn't bother you anymore. And that is possible. It's all about what you believe about alcohol and how you're using it and how it's shown up in your life and what you want instead. 13 minutes, I'm going to leave that there. I'm trying my hardest to make these videos shorter. It's a real challenge, you know. I've got such a lot to say. Go read the book and come on Wednesday. I cannot wait to see yous. Bye from me.